Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Victoria and welcome to Pembroke Beauty. So today I'm getting ready to go to a holiday party, a Christmas party to be specific. And I figured since I usually don't do fancy things, that this would be a good opportunity for me to film a fancy kind of holiday party get ready with me. So I was thinking I was going to do my makeup. I might even show how I do my hair. And yeah, so I just figured that we could kind of get ready together. I don't know if you guys have any parties that you're going to, but maybe you could wear this look if you were like, oh, I don't really know what I want to wear. This is just going to be like classic holiday party makeup, I think. So please ignore the giant pimple on my chin. Of course, that had to show up. But other than that, I think that we're ready to go. So if you haven't checked out my last video, you should check it out. And stick with me if you want to see how to get a classic holiday party makeup look. Yeah. So I'm first going to start out with my Revolution Fast Base Concealer. This is super good. I really like this. Mine is in the shade C1. I did use C2 before and that was fine. I can kind of go with either one, and I'm just going to conceal the darkness under my eyes because there's a lot. So I do always start out with like my daily moisturizer is the Tarte Drink of H2O moisturizer, which is amazing, by the way. So if you are unsure, I have very dry, very sensitive skin, and I freaking love that primer, moisturizer I guess, but I use it as a primer as well. I just really, really like it. I think that it's really nice on the skin. It's made with very like natural products, and it has not broken me out ever, and that's a lot for me to say because like I said, my skin is very, very, very dry. My hands, I don't mind how ugly they are. It's winter time right now, obviously, and it's cold, and with my job, like my day-to-day job, I have to wash my hands a lot. So I'm constantly just like trying to lotion and keep my hands not looking disgusting, but it's really hard. And then, so yeah, so I just figured I would address that if you had noticed it. I'm sorry that they're so disgusting. But yeah, the Rainforest or Drink of H2O was very good. Now I'm going to go in with probably my favorite powder like in a long time. This is the Pretty Vulgar, the Powder Room Matte About It loose setting powder, and I love it. It's really, really nice. It's thin. It's not like too drying. Like it doesn't make your skin look like it's like parched, you know. So I'm just going to go in with a light dusting of this because my skin is so dry to begin with. If I put on too much powder just in general, it just starts to really like cake up and kind of look like a lot. And so I'm just kind of trying to go light just to set down any dampness that I may have so that when I put bronzer and stuff on, it doesn't look a mess. And my little baby hairs are driving me crazy. I might do a little bit of a second layer on that pimple right there. Alright, concealer. Just very gently place it directly on there. Let it sit for a minute or two, real quick. And then we will tap that in. You know, you guys know that I don't wear foundation, so if you are a foundation person, feel free to apply now, and when you go to put on concealer, take my word of advice that this concealer is great. It is not the most full coverage, but it's very, very nice, and I like that because especially for somebody who doesn't wear a foundation, if you go in with like a thick, heavy, full coverage concealer with no foundation, it ends up looking a little bit like a mess, and it's not very flattering. So, for somebody like moi, it is nice to not have to worry about that. So, now that we have done that, I'm going to go in with my Prime and Fine, my Catrice, my Catrice Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette. This is in Ashy Radiance, and I'm just going to go in with the, you know, contour shade. And if you are darker than I am, this will probably not be deep enough for you, but if you're roughly my skin tone or maybe a little bit tanner, this would be really good. It has a really nice cool tone to it, so it actually does work very well when you're trying to contour and like chisel. Because if you use a warm tone in there, it doesn't really contour you like, it doesn't look like a shadow. So, cheek versus cheek. That's pretty, like, I mean, it's not like incredible, but I'm also not trying to go like too hard. But that's a good difference that you can see. You can really see that it did like narrow in my cheekbone. So make a little fishy face. And go right into the crevice. Nice. Okay, and then we'll clean that up anyway because we're going to bake a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and like right around the forehead, you know, as you do. On the sides of the nose, just gently. I'm not really into nose contour, so I don't try and contour too hard in there, but if you do want to nose contour, by all means, brother, do it. It's just not my type of thing. I do think it looks really cool, it's just not really my thing. So now I'm going to add a little bit of warmth to my skin as opposed to just contouring. So I'm going to go in with the palette that I'm going to use on my face, and you will see why. So I'm going to use the Morphe Artistry palette, the 39A palette. So this palette right here. Beautiful. So these gigantic shades in the middle right here are really nice for somebody who wants to kind of use this as a blushy palette as well. So I'm going to go into this shade right here and a little bit of this second shade. And I'm just going to use that to kind of warm up my face as a bronzer, since it's not really a bronzer that we used it as like more of a contour, which is okay. These shades are beautiful, and obviously you can use them like on your eyes as well. Multi-purpose, but it's really nice for adding some warmth. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of excess of that Powder Room powder from Pretty Vulgar, and I'm going to carve out my contour. So depending on your face shape, you may want to do this a little bit, like look at how your face is shaped and like how your cheekbones are arranged, and then you will adjust accordingly. Obviously, this is kind of like where my things go in, so you want to follow that line. And I don't know. I mean, hopefully what I'm saying makes sense, but I don't know if it does. I tried. So I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to do blush right now. So I think I talked about it in my last video, which if you didn't see it, you should watch it. This is the Owl Always Love You cheek duo from Colourpop, and so it is the blush and light sticks, and so I'm going to use the blush stick in Dash 0, and I'm going to use this as my blush today. It is amazing. I freaking love this so much. I highly, highly recommend that if you are a dry person, or if you're just like, you know, you just want to try like a cream blush and you're kind of like nervous about it, or like a cream highlight, please try these out. They are incredible. And I'm just going to do like a really light dusting. It just really makes your makeup not look so powdery. Like for me, as I've said for like the 30th time in this video, I have very dry skin, and so in the wintertime, if I want to use a lot, like if I'm going to do my whole thing, it tends to end up looking a little bit extra powdery, and I look drier, and I think that makes me look like older. Not that I'm old, but you know what I mean. I think that it's much more flattering on my skin, and just in general it looks a little bit more natural to have kind of a dewier finish, which is why I usually go for like a dewy skin finish, but this product in particular is just really, really amazing. So I'm going to do my eyes first, and then I will do my my highlight, because I have noticed that when I use this highlight stick, and I get a little bit of fallout underneath of my eyes, which I'm afraid that I might get a little bit of, which is fine. Since it is kind of tacky, it's not tacky, but it's not a powder. So it's harder for me to clean it up. Sometimes the fallout kind of sticks to it, and then I get a little bit of extra darkness that I don't want there. So I'm just going to wait on that part, and we're just going to let this bake kind of sit a little bit. It's really not that harsh, but you know, it's there. Okay, I'm going to bring it a little closer. Just a little. And so you can see kind of like up close what my face makeup looks like right now. It just, like, I have a little bit of radiance on my cheek just from the fact that, that blush stick is so amazing. So yeah. Sorry, sounded like somebody was at my door. So I'm going to go into this palette, as I have said like 3 times now. I'm going to go in, I don't know how to hold this. Okay. So none of these, yeah, no. I threw away the little plastic bit because I think it fell on the floor and then I was creeped out about it because yeah. So I don't have the names for the shadows. So I'm just going to point and you're just going to follow along as we do. So I'm going to go in with hold on. Just like not, I don't have my act together right now. I'm working on it. Don't judge me. I don't really appreciate it. I can hear you yelling at me. Stop yelling. I'm just kind of trying to arrange my life right now. Okay. Because I have this whole bag of brushes, which is really nice and I love it. But when I'm trying to find them and I'm trying to talk to you, it just takes me a long time. So I had to get out the brushes that I'm pretty sure I'm going to use, or at least a couple of the ones that I'm going to use, so that I can just like grab and go, you know? Okay. So, I almost just dropped that whole palette. Granted, I'm not setting that far off the ground, but I don't think that it would be good for that palette if it dropped. So, okay. Focus. We're going to use this big fluffy Morphe blending brush. And sorry, just had like a minor panic attack because I heard my freaking cat downstairs knocking around the can on the ground, the can of food on the ground. It scared the bejesus out of me because I thought somebody was at my house and I got a little freaked out. It's fine, but just know that was a little rough, man. Okay, so I'm going to go into this shade right here, and this is just going to be like our first transition shade. So, very pigmented. So this is kind of like a warm, mid-toned brown. And like I said, I'm just going to put this right into our crease. So, do any of you guys watch The Real Housewives of like anything? Like, am I the only one that watches like almost all of those? Me and my mom absolutely love those, and I was just watching the like second to last one that just aired of Real Housewives of New Jersey. So I'm just going to take this more round tops brush from Morphe, and I'm going to go into this shade right here. It's like a very chocolatey, beautiful shade. But yeah, so am I the only one who watches those? Because they're so good and so crazy. So right now, I think it's Joe Gorga, Joe something. He's like probably gonna get deported, and I'm sure if I Googled it, I could find out in real time what's going on, but I don't really want to. Because I kind of just want like the show to tell me as I go through. I want to live that. I don't want to ruin it for me. So I'm living in anxiety trying to see if he's going to go or not. And also I just watched the season finale of Real Housewives of Dallas. Holy moly, they are freaking crazy. I love that show so much. They're so entertaining. And Leanne, yeah. If you watch the show, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who doesn't watch it and like is like waiting to watch it, or you know, I don't want to like talk your ear off about a show that you don't even know about. But Leanne, get your act together, buddy. And then Orange County, I just I got like halfway through the season finale and my computer died, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So I am going to finish watching that one. But, Kelly, get your act together, Kelly. You gotta chill out, buddy. I don't know. It's just, it's crazy. It's such a good show. So, I mean, if you don't watch it and you don't know what I'm talking about, then this is probably very boring. And so I will change topics. But, yeah. Crazy. Crazy, man. So I have this little Ipsy 121, I think. Yeah. It's just a mini, you know, fluffy brush. This shade right here. Just get a little bit of that. So as you can see, we went from light to a little darker to a little darker, and then we'll probably jump into that shade right there, and kind of just slowly build up. So right now, as you can see, I just kind of have like a wash of color, and I'm just going to add this to the outer corners right here. And a little bit through the crease to kind of like build up that depth in there to like really give our eye some definition and shape. So other shows I've been watching. So Schitt's Creek, absolutely hilarious. Do you guys watch that show? That's like Tyler and I's like favorite show. And in addition to The Good Place. And so we've been watching that, and I know that Schitt's Creek is about to end, and they're like doing one more final season, and I'm just not mentally prepared for that. So we've been watching the season that's on Netflix right now, the very last season, like very, very, very sparingly and slowly, just so that it like lasts a little longer, because it's just like, oh, I love it so much. It's so good. And yeah, so that has been what we've been watching. And then additionally, The Good Place. Oh, I love that show so much. That was another one of our shows that they're doing like the final season or whatever, and it's just so good. It's so funny, and it's just, yeah. If you don't watch it and you want, both of those shows are just like easy shows to watch. It's not like you have to put in a lot of effort. Like, you're not like mentally invested in like life or death situation. You know what I mean? Like it. Well, I guess technically The Good Place is like life or death, but you know, it's just easy. It's not like you have to like stress about it. So it's nice. It's just like a typical like sitcom, I guess that you would call it. It's not really, I guess it is. I don't know. So now I'm going to go into this pencil brush. I'm going to go in with this pencil brush, and I'm going to go into this very deep, fudgy, almost cool tone brown shade. It's very pretty. I guess it's an espresso shade. God, just nicked that shadow. Sorry. And I'm just going to yet again build that just on the inner corner, or the outer corner, a little bit deeper. And so again, I said that this is a holiday party, and I mean that because you could wear this like New Year's Eve for sure. You could wear this to a Christmas party, wear this to a Hanukkah party, wear this to, I don't know, whatever party you're going to. This is just a really like classic look that is not very hard to do. You just have to put in a little bit of time, but it's not bad. So yeah. So just build that up a little bit. You can see the difference, that eye versus that eye already. So as far as other shows that I've been watching, well, I'm on the very last season that they have out. I think it's the last season in general of 13 Reasons Why. I don't know if you guys watched that show or like how you feel about it. I know that that was like a very controversial show. And yeah, it's like, it's intense, but I really like it. I think it's good. I think it's a great show. I think that it definitely, you have to be in the mindset to like be invested in a show though. So if you're not into that, don't watch that show. Or if you're sensitive, don't watch that show to like topics or whatever. But it's a really good show. And additionally, oh, I just watched Atypical. Such a great show. I've heard like other people, it's like really, I've heard like 50-50 people's opinions about it. Either people really like it or they really just don't get it. And I really liked it. I thought it was really good. So I was pleased with it and I loved it. And I was really upset that I finished the final season on Netflix. I'm sure it's not the last season that they're gonna have, but it's the final one on Netflix, and I was like, dang it, I ended it. I'm very hot right now. Holy God. Why am I sweating? It's okay, you guys. I have a shirt on underneath. It's just like a little bra thing. So, never fear. Not nude. We'll just do that anyway, so it's less weird. There you go. It's less weird now, right? So I'm gonna go into, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. This is the Stila, Magnificent, Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows, and this one is in Smoky Storm, and I'm just gonna put this like on the my eyelid. So that's really pretty. You can tell that really just took everything from one level to the next, clearly. So I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna go in with just this little flat skinny brush, and I'm just gonna use that around the edges to just kind of fluff this out. And like, it applies really well. It's not hard to apply or anything like that. I just want to make sure that the edges don't look too harsh. So this is just like a really pretty, I mean, you can see it. It's kind of like a taupe. It's not like a champagne-y taupe, but it's got a little bit of depth. I think that's why they call it Smoky Storm. And it's just really pretty. I really like it. I think it looks very nice and flattering. And so, yeah. So I'm just now going to take that little pencil brush yet again, and I'm just going to kind of like go right into where the glitter stops, because I only went about like 2/3 of the way across my lid, and I'm just going to kind of blend everything in. And I might go in with a little bit more of that deepest espresso shade that we used and really just build this up. Alright, I'm going to do my winged eyeliner now, because I think I want to have a wing on tonight. So I'm just going to go in with my classic NYX Matte liquid liner, and I'm probably not going to be able to talk, so my biggest suggestion for you doing winged eyeliner, sorry my eyeliner is still wet, is to do your weak side first. I am not very good at my left side, so I did that side first so that I would struggle and then match the good side. Alrighty, so now I'm going to do my lower lash line, and I'm just going to do this a little bit tighter than I usually would. So I'm going to start with the 121 brush. I'm going to go into the first shade that we used, the third shade in the palette in the big pan, and I'm just going to rub that underneath my eye. So now I'm going to take this even smaller brush from the same Luxie set. It's the 141 mini round brush. And I'm going to go into this shade and a little bit of this shade as well. This skinny little Alamar brush, the same one that we used to pat out our glitter, and I'm going to go into the black shade in the palette. And I'm just going to get a really small, I don't know if you can see that very well, but I'm just going to tap that off. And I'm going to get really close to my lash line. And so now that I have that down, I'm going to go back in with the little round brush, and I'm going to go into that espresso shade, and I'm just going to blend that out with the espresso shade. Go in with the light stick, like I said, and this is in the shade UO, I don't know, Unio, oh, it's spelled U-O-E-N-O. However you pronounce that. So this is kind of just like a champagne. I think I used it in my last video as well. If I didn't, then I'm lying to you. But I'm just going to take my Luxie 660 brush, and I'm just going to kind of coat that on there. Just literally take it on the stick. And this is such a beautiful natural, it's not natural, but like it's a good tone is what I'm saying. And I'm just going to gently brush this all along my cheeks, on my nose, on my cuticle. Stunning! And then I'm going to do a more specific highlight. So I'm going to go in with the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian, which you guys know is like their well-known one. And I'm going to take this on my e.l.f. concealer brush as per usual. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to my inner corner and to my brow bone. Okay, and then I'm going to take the, come here, okay. Then I'm going to take this little e.l.f. brush, and this used to be my favorite highlight brush. I still really like it, but now I use it for specific, like, high points of my cheek highlight because I really like my Luxie brush. So I'm just digging into the Flexitarian shade, getting a little bit on there, and I'm just going to go right at the top of my cheekbone, right there. Woo! For an extra zing of highlight. Now I think I want to add a little bit of inner corner glitter. So I'm going to go in with this, yes, I'm going to go in with this Stila, the same glitter and glow, but it's in diamond dust. And this one is much more of a silver. And I'm just going to gently Okay guys, so obviously I have curled my hair and I feel like a 70s like disco lady. It's gonna fall out slowly but surely. So I went a little like more intense and it will slowly just deteriorate as time goes because my hair likes to be straight. I haven't decided yet what style I'm gonna do, but I will come back with my outfit and everything, and my hair will be done, and that will be it. Okay guys, so this is a finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to follow me on Instagram, please do, and I hope I see you guys in my next one. Happy holidays, and I will see you maybe in the new year. Maybe before then. Bye.